Alright, let's get into it. The scene starts off with Ash and ALOLA again taking a visit up to Kanto. So they're basically here for some training, which would make sense because this ALOLA squad is absolutely sorry as hell. Everyone goes inside the Cerulean Gym, and this is where we see the GOAT Psyduck once more, and I am so glad to see him again. You have no idea what kind of smile I had on my face seeing Psyduck again. This man, I just love him so much. So while the Pokemon are having a reunion, Misty and Brock begin to explain all the gyms in Kanto, and Kiawe asks Ash about him collecting all the badges. But Brock and Misty begin to clown him and say that they only gave him their badges out of pity. And looking back at it now, like 4 of the 8 badges that Ash won in Kanto were out of pity. Like, let's just be honest here, he did not win those legitimately. But anyway, Kukui tells everyone to pick someone that they want to train against, and Ash, Marlowe and Nana are going to train against Misty, and Lily, Sophocles and Kiawe are going to go against Brock. So without further ado, let's get into the battles. And these first 2 are going to be quick, so let's just hurry up and just get through them so we can get to the main event. So first up is Marlowe and Nana versus Misty. Marlowe's going to use Steenie and Nana's going to use Poplio, and Misty is going to use the absolute GOAT Psyduck. So let's begin. Steenie starts off by using Magical Leaf and Poplio goes for Bubble Beam, and already they have my boy Psyduck struggling to get up like a turtle in its shell. Psyduck goes for Water Gun and Poplio creates this massive bubble which absorbs the Water Gun and launches it at Psyduck, which traps it inside. Steenie goes for another Magical Leaf which sends Psyduck crashing down, and I know that his head is spinning. Psyduck uses Confusion, and that is all for this battle. Yeah, these battles are extremely quick. Oh my god. Alright, let's get into the next one. Alright, next up is Sophocles and Lily against Brock. Sophocles' fat self will use his equally fat Togedemaru, and Lily will use her Vulpix. This is also a very quick battle, so let's just hurry up and just breeze through it. Togedemaru uses Zing Zap, and as we all know already, Geodude is a ground type, so that will not be doing anything. The only way an electric type move will hurt a ground type is if it's Ash's Pikachu. And to be honest, I don't even know why Sophocles even picked Brock to begin with. Like, even if this was an Alolan Geodude, his electric type moves will not be doing anything much anyways, so it doesn't make any sense to me. In fact, Misty would have been a better choice for him. He probably would have still gotten bodied, but still, would have made more sense. But anyways, Vulpix uses Powder Snow and Geodude starts spinning like a Beyblade and uses Gyro Ball. And that was pretty much it. 2 quick battles, so let's just get into the main ones. Starting off with Kiawe versus Brock. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this one. Kiawe sends out Turtonator and Brock sends out Steelix. And just like Psyduck, it is great to see Onyx evolved, man. It is just so good to see. Turtonator starts off by using Flamethrower, and Steelix begins to shake it off No Taylor Swift by using Gyro Ball. Steelix uses Bind and begins to trap Turtonator, but Turtonator escapes by using Shell Trap and sends Steelix back. Turtonator goes for Dragon Tail, and Steelix dodges by using Dig, and we all know what happens when a Pokemon uses Dig. They are guaranteed to appear under them, and Steelix is no exception. He appears on the Turtonator, sending him upwards, looking like a straight demon from hell. And then to add some icing to the cake, Steelix then smashes Turtonator downwards like an abusive boyfriend. Oh my god, this battle is actually insane. Kiawe realizes that Turtonator has been put in an absolute blender and is getting fucked up like he's in a Mortal Kombat combo, so he decides to go for the finisher, a Z move. But Brock responds by taking off his shirt and showing us his bling, and he mega evolves Steelix, and he just looks so damn cool. It is such a shame to see what designs have come to in Pokemon. Like, how did we go from this amazing looking mega like Steelix to whatever the fuck Mega Starmie is? Like, how did these designs fall off so badly? What on earth happened? These designs used to be so damn peak from before, but now they're just shit. What on earth happened to these fucking designs? Like, seriously. Turtonator still goes for the Inferno Overdrive and it lands directly. And you would think that surely that should be up for Steelix, right? It should be over after that. He basically got scorched. But you're wrong. The smoke clears and Steelix only took minimal damage. And in all fairness, this thing taking minimal damage does make sense because of its defenses. Have you seen its defenses? That this is probably one of the most defensive Pokemon of all time. So it doing barely anything, I think does make a lot of sense. Steelix goes for Stone Edge and Turtonator tries to counter a Dragon Tail, but unfortunately the Stone Edge is just too much and Turtonator is unable to battle. But to be honest, I'm really impressed by how Turtonator and Kiawe did, considering who they were up against. So yeah, clap it up for Kiawe. And now it's time for the main event, the battle I've been waiting for. Ash versus Misty. Ash sends out Pokemon Jesus himself Pikachu, and Misty sends out Gyarados. And I already know this is gonna be fucking peak. I can already tell this was gonna be peak by the way Gyarados came out the ball. He was ready for the smoke. He could not care less about the 4 times effectiveness. He is ready to put this rat on a t-shirt. So let's get into it. Pikachu gets the cooking with a Thunderbolt, and Gyarados counters with Hydro Pump. Pikachu uses Quick Attack, and I kid you not, if you blinked, you would have missed that. The Quick Attack lands and sends Gyarados back, and Pikachu is ready to launch up an Electro Ball, but Gyarados goes for Rain Dance. Pikachu goes for Electro Ball, and Gyarados counters it with Hurricane, which sends him back like he's Sasuke fighting Naruto. It actually turns out that using Rain Dance was a smart play on Misty's end, because now Hurricane can counter, and her Water type moves are now stronger. Just like Brock, Misty also decides to show for Bling and Mega Evolves Gyarados, and Mega Gyarados is such an amazing design. Like, just look at it. They made an already good looking Pokemon look even better, and the fact that it gains a Dark typing as well, just chef's kiss. That this right here is just the peakest of peak designs. So Ash sees this, he is not worried one bit. I don't know whether he's just stupid or just confident. He's probably a bit of both, to be honest. Gyarados goes for Hydro Pump and sends Pikachu into the water, and Gyarados is straight on him by using Crunch and is chasing him down. Like, this is what an actual nightmare looks like. Ash knows that Pikachu got them hops and tells Pikachu to jump up on Gyarados, and he lands this clean Iron Tail. Gyarados uses Hurricane, and now the low homie Pikachu is trapped. Pikachu uses Thunderbolt and is currently not doing a single thing. Misty tells Ash that there is no way he can get through, but Ash is still not afraid. In fact, he's excited because this means he could be the first person to break Dora and do some Ash shit. Yeah, a lot of people need enthusiasm like Ash does. Ash tells Pikachu to climb up using Quick Attack, and Pikachu manages to escape. And now it's time for the grand finale. Ash uses the Z move Gigavolt Havoc, and then, you already know, it's over. The move lands and Gyarados is unable to battle, meaning Ash is the winner. Alright, and that's another video done. Just some closing thoughts. Honestly, I think everyone did their thing. Except for Sophocles, but yeah, I think everyone did their thing against who they were up against. I was mainly impressed with Kiawe. I think that it was kind of obvious that Ash was going to win. I mean, Pokemon Jesus, Gyarados, come on now. But yeah, just some final thoughts about this series. I'm going to be completely honest. I know next to nothing about this series. The only thing I know about this series is that Ash basically wins his first ever, league, if you don't count the Orange Islands, because that was apparently filler. But yeah, I know next to nothing about this, but I'm probably going to start picking up more because I'm going to start talking about more things from this anime. Actually, the next time I cover Pokemon, it will actually be about this certain anime. It'll be about the actual battle between Ash versus Gladion, and I'm kind of annoyed by it because why is it a 3v3 and not a 6v6? That just annoyed me. Like, honestly, it's the finals. Let everyone go out and use all their Pokemon. Like, let's just do it. This is the first ever tournament you guys have had in this region. Let everyone go all out. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, like I said earlier, and the next video should be about a certain teenage crash app that you all know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow the Insta down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.